Welcome back from the Winter Fancy Food Show with SFA News Live. I have Adam Jed, CEO and founder of Amuse Management Group. Hi, Adam. How are you?
Hi, Alex. Thank you for having me on today. Doing great.
Tell us a little bit about your background in the food industry.
Sure. I've literally worked all over the world in the restaurant and hospitality industry. I've opened restaurants around the world and country. We recently opened up a restaurant here in San Francisco, recently being the last 10 years. And really have enjoyed being as cutting edge as we can with what's current, sustainable, and appreciated by all of our guests.
Let's talk about what's current. Have you seen new trends, new ingredients that you want to incorporate in your business?
One of the great things about being at the show this year is finding just what the new trends are. Some of the biggest ones that I'm finding are things like natural plant-based products and incorporating them into things that we do. I think that the consumer is really interested in things like coconut water and pea flour and honeys and a lot of the things that are being represented here at the show this year.
And how do you decide what products to incorporate in high-end dining?
That is a challenge for sure. In finer dining, we do make everything from scratch. So when we consider a new product or a specialty product to use, we look for things that are going to elevate what it is that we offer. For example, in our beverage program, we will incorporate dried shiitake mushrooms into Manhattans, for example.
Interesting.
It is. And what's unique about it is there really is no replacement for that dried mushroom flavor. So when you go to infuse it into your sweet vermouth, it really elevates it. Other things that we look for are things like butterfly pea flour. It brings all the exciting colors and elements to products that you're using while keeping it natural and keeping it sustainable, which is something that's really important to people right now.
What are the challenges in sourcing all these cool ingredients?
Well, the key to sourcing, in my opinion, is to go after the people that are doing it the best. Mm-hmm. So it is important to continually sift through all of the noise that's out there and find things that really offer the highest quality product and giving you that specialty ingredient. If you're looking for some of the best prosciutto, you're going to go to Italy, and if you're looking for pistachio, you're going to go to Sicily, and if you're looking for great pork, you want to find it from the best producers that you can get your hands on. So I don't know if it's necessarily a challenge other than the fact that there's a lot of people out there. So I look for people that are similar in defining their brand as we are in the brands that we're offering.
Talking about brands, you are building a sustainable philosophy.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
I think it's really important. I think years ago we used to use it as a buzzword, and now it has become a mantra of every business that we open and operate. And I think it's essential. I think we're seeing it more in packaging, edible packaging, biodegradable, compostable, all of those things. I think being sustainable and being conscientious towards Mother Earth is something that we have to do to continue to keep it healthy and keep the products that we're offering and the people that we're serving healthy. You pay for it one way or the other, don't you?
What kind of ingredients are you thinking about maybe incorporating in terms of developing new menus?
Sure. Well, some of the ingredients that are definitely standouts are a lot of tinctures, a lot of botanicals, a lot of honeys, a lot of items that, again, elevate and give a particular flavor profile. We strongly believe that the terroir has a strong impact on the product that we use. So if you want a certain flavor profile, you have to go to the region that you want it from. And I think that's where specialty food items really stand out. A good friend of mine said, what grows together goes together. And I think there's truth to that. It certainly, if nothing else, creates a very unique flavor profile in cooking, in drink preparation, and food service in general. Mm-hmm. It's been an adage that has been true for wines for centuries. Italian wines have a certain flavor profile. California wines have a certain flavor profile. French wines, and for that matter, if you want truffles, where are you going to go?
In terms of trends and beverages,
yes,
we've seen a lot of change going towards the non-alcoholic beverages.
Sure.
When you decide to make that move, what kind of changes in your operations do you have to?
Well, one of the first things that you have to consider is that the threshold for purchase by the consumer. There's a lot of belief out there that if I omit alcohol, all of a sudden the drink should be less expensive. Well, a lot of these products that are out there and being offered are just expensive, if not comparable. There's things like Seedlip, which is a non-alcoholic spirit, which is unique, and it costs just as much as a bottle of vodka and sometimes more. So some of the things that we figure and look at is what can we utilize that is bringing to us a heightened level of offering while still being unique to what we offer. So we talk to a lot of different soda producers, for example. We talk to a lot of different bitters and tincture offers, people that are featuring botanicals, and we'll bring in those products simply because they do it better than we can. It also helps to keep the cost down. Labor's an issue, especially in the city of San Francisco and the state of California. Labor is continuing to escalate. So if somebody can do it better at a value, that is absolutely something that we're going to consider.
Talking about labor, how about the new law, the new California law that just passed by? Like, what do you think?
The contractor
Yes.
one, I think that's going to be interesting. It's going to change things for sure. I think it's an honest law and a good one for that reason. I know I'm sitting here being interviewed by someone who does a lot of different work with different people. And I think I don't want to lose that component of it. But I think as obvious as it is, you want to keep people that are passionate about their industry in their industry, and that's what's most important. The obvious one is making sure that people are true to the organization that they work for.
Right.
And I think that's where it's going to help. You have to employ people, and I think creating jobs is the goal. So labor and skilled labor is really important. I think for the consumer, to have somebody that knows about your product and how they're offering it is really important. So as it pertains to restaurants and hospitality industry, to have somebody that knows how to serve doesn't always get it done. Having somebody that is familiar with the product that we're offering really brings more. And I think that's important.
Do you think a lot of business owners misclassify their workers?
Ooh. I don't know if I can speak to that. I think a lot of workers want to get as much as they can out of their life and what they bring to the table. So I think to diminish that is a bad idea. But I do think that businesses have a responsibility to code people properly, to make sure that they're being paid responsibly, and to make sure that we're continuing to elevate and develop them into being better people.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you. And among other things, we've been talking about integration of specialty products in high-end dining. I will have more coverage for you from the Winter Fancy Food Show with SFA News Live.